Right. Right. So I think you can hear me properly. So today our second intake. So new students are actually we have delivered few tudes of you students. So if you want the new tudes, please send your name with address. Clear? Right. So and also right. So now I will start from the introduction part. Not going to teach you today. Next week onwards, I'll start the subject with the tudes. Right. So next month, new month. So you can join. So today I'll explain the accounting subject and I'll start the few theory parts. Clear? So mainly my accounting subject, there are two parts actually in A-level paper. There are two parts. Right, there are two parts. So mainly part 1 and part 2. Right, part 1 and part 2. Understand? So part 1 and part 2. So mainly in first paper within 2 hours. Right, within 2 hours you have to do. Right, for the second part paper you have to get around 3 hours. Right, you have to get around 3 hours. Clear? The 3 hours. Right, 2 hours and 3 hours. Right, can you see the board clearly? Right, so in first paper actually there are 30 MCQ questions. Right, 30 MCQs. 30 MCQs and 20 short questions. Clear? The 20 short questions. So 30 MCQ and 20 short questions. For the first paper you can all together 50 questions. 50 questions. So you can obtain 4 marks for each question. 4 marks. Right, 4 marks for each questions. Then altogether for this first paper you can get 200 marks. Clear? 200 marks. And for the second part paper there are actually 6 questions. There are 6 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 questions. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 questions, but now my first 2 questions, question number 1 and question number 2, definitely you have to do. Those are my compulsory. Right, compulsory. Second question also compulsory. Right, so out of these 4 you have to do only 3 questions. Only 3 questions you have to do. Clear? 3 questions you have to do. Right, therefore you can no need to do 1 question. So altogether for the second part paper you have to do only, right, only 5 questions. Clear? Only 5 questions you have to do. Understand? Only 5 questions. Right, 5 questions clear? Right, only 5 questions. So this is the paper structure. Right, so for the second part paper also there are 5 questions. So you have to take you can get 40 marks. Right, 40 marks for the second part paper. So altogether 200 marks. Clear, the 200 marks. So for the first paper 200, second paper also 200. So total marks will be 400 marks. So it will be converted into my 4 by dividing by 4, converted into 100%. Clear? Because now here the range marks, then a range right? Range. Then you can we can get marks for small parts, right? Small calculations. Understood? So this is the paper structure of accounting subject, right? So normally, right? Then normally, Lamai, if you want to get A passes, right? This is a grades. These are the grades. So if you want to get A passes, you have to obtain more than 175%. Get A pass. To get B pass, 65 to 75. B pass, right? B pass. So to get C pass, so you have to obtain 45 to 65 marks, between 45 65. C, and if you obtain between 35, right, I'll write down here 64, also 74, right here 44, and you can obtain my S pass. S, right? So if you obtain less than 35%, less than 35%, you have to get F. F means like fail. Understand? Fail the subject. Clear? Fail the subject. Right? Fail the subject. So this is the theory parts, right? Special things relating to accounting subjects, right? If you want, you can write down. No? If you want, you can write down. Actually, no need write down these things. All the things mentioned in accounting. Your first tut, your first tut actually, right? Therefore, no need to write down. Understand? Right. Right. Okay then. Right. So now Lamai, right, I'll explain. And this is paper structure. So our class normally will be held Lamai normally 7:30 to 9:30, right? 9:30 p.m. Right. So right. So Lamai, then our normal class will be held next week onwards. Our class will be held on normally Friday, right? Our second batch will be held on normal Friday, right? 7:30 to 9:30, right? 7:30 to 9:30. So this is not the permanent time. This is actual temporary time. So our fixed time, right? First batch normally doing, right? First batch normally we are doing on Tuesday, right? Tuesday 7:30 to 9:30, right? So after 2 months, I'll combine to this first group because right, we have to do only one batch. So you have to sometimes I'll explain during the class, I'll explain only theory parts, right? So homeworks and paper discussion, you have to watch the recordings, right? Otherwise we can't complete, right? So you have to join, understand, right? So you have to I'll explain all theory parts during the live sessions, right? Homeworks and other calculations you have to watch through the recordings, right? Papers only, right? Questions, right? Right. So this is the batch, and also you can watch the recording through our website, right? Website, our website name lamai www.accz.lk, right? So you have to log into this website and click the logo, right? Click the logo, click our logo and enter your mobile number, right? Enter your mobile number. Then now you will be received OTP, right? One time password, then you have to enter it and then you can log in, right? Log into the website. Understand, right? That's the process. So there's a separate class called 2027 theory class. So through that you can watch the recordings. Understand? You can watch the recordings and recordings will be available only for 1 month. Within 1 month you have to watch. Understand? And after do the payments, you have to upload your payment slip to this theory class, right? Through the website. Paid slip. Paid slip. Upload to the website. Right? Through the right as a take a screenshot of picture image and upload the 27 theory class, right? Then it will be approved and you can watch the recordings, right? And always try to join with the live sessions and we will deliver the tunes without any charges, free of charge. So always if you then actually what are the benefits of joining online classes? Benefits of online class, right? What are the benefits of online class? You can save your time actually. Save your time. Clear? And we will discuss normally all the theory, all the past paper questions during our theory class. Understand? Right? We will discuss. Right? Wait a minute. Right? We will discuss all past papers, right? Past papers during the theory class. Understand? Right? All past paper questions. And also, you can watch recordings. Watch recordings and recap. Again, you can recap the theory class and also we are maintaining, you can watch the lessons through our website, through our YouTube channel, right? There are short lessons. You can watch the YouTube lessons and you can revise, right? So that's the thing. And also we are doing papers, right? Papers, right? Paper discussions and your cost also my minimum, right? Minimize your cost. Minimize your cost because you have to pay only class fees, no traveling charges, and like then when you're attending physical classes, right, it will time take to arrive and right go back to the home, right? So therefore no any traveling charges, right? Without, and also time save, especially time save. If you hope to get good rank, good results, right? Definitely the online class will be definitely help. Understand? That's the reason. Understand? So these are the benefits, and also the and also if you want to join Lamai properly online class, you should have self discipline, right? Self discipline means you have to focus on the lesson, right? Otherwise you can't understand, right? And also, right, if you can't attend live classes, you have to watch the recording, right? Within 2 days, 3 days, right? Definitely you have to watch the recording, because otherwise you can't continue the class. Understand? Right? So that's the important thing, right? Then when you attend a physical class, you can't, no need to, right? It's not compulsory to focus on the lessons, but online class you have to definitely focus on the lesson, right? Focus on the lesson, right? Otherwise you can't understand, you can't get good marks for the accounting subject, right? And most students think like accounting subjects can't do through the online class, right? That's actually 100% incorrect, because then you can watch, actually then normally grade 12s there are no uh, like big count in our classes, right? It's only around few students normally. But when it comes to grade 13, right, when it comes to difficult lessons, so many people, so many students actually join with our online classes, because the right with because of our explanation, right? Explanation and teaching style, right? They can understand actually more than physical classes. Understood? That's the reason, right? Right. So, right now, right. Wait a minute. Right now, right. So, normally, my accounting subject, right? Normally, accounting subject, they are actually, sorry, if you want to do commerce stream, my commerce, there are mainly 3 subjects. Actually, first one, accounting, right? First one, accounting subject. This is definitely compulsory, right? You can't like give up this one, right? Definitely compulsory. Definitely compulsory, right? And other one, my business studies, right? Other one, econ, right? Econ. So instead of these two, my right? Instead of these two, you can do, if you want, statistic, right? And ICT. ICT, most students actually doing ICT because it has like higher what ECD score, right? Higher ECD score. Stat, if you want, you can do. Normally statistic, normally in Sri Lanka there are around 100 students, right, doing statistics subject. So definitely my accounting subjects you have to do. That's the compulsory subject. Okay, right now. Right now, actually, I'll explain the syllabus, right? Actually, I'm not going to write down the topics, right? In grade 12, my grade 12, there are 16 lessons, right? There are 16 lessons, sorry, 10 lessons in grade 12, and grade 13, there are 6 lessons actually. 6 lessons, right? All together, how many lessons? 16 lessons. 16 lessons. Understand? 16 lessons, right? Clear? Right. Right. So, for the first term test, in grade 12, we have to cover first 4 lessons, right? First term test. For the first term test, we have to cover first 4 lessons. First lesson, second lesson, third lesson, and fourth lesson. Clear the fourth lesson. So, first lesson will be accounting introduction, right? Introduction lesson, right? There are no any calculation, right? Actually, in accounting subject, there are 99% calculations, huh? But in first lesson, there are no any calculations. Clear? Right. So, second lesson will be accounting equation, right? Accounting equation. Accounting equation. So, third lesson will be double entry system, right? Double entry theory. You can learn Lamaya if you haven't learned. Double entry. Double entry. So, fourth lesson will be prime entry books. Clear? Prime entry books. Understand? Prime entry books. Right? Prime entry books. So, these 4 lessons, there are my sub lessons under prime entry books, bank reconciliations, control accounts, like that. There are sub lessons, right? Right. So, this is the first term test things. I am not going to explain all the sub lessons here because you can understand, right? So, this is the first test. So, we are going to start accounting introduction from next week onwards. So, but today I will teach some special things, right? Special things. So, few theory parts, then you can identify, you can get an idea about our teaching methods, right? Deduction part. Still, you haven't received my tutors, huh? Still, you haven't received tutors because deliver the tutors today actually, right? Next week, definitely you can get. Understand? Right. Right. So now, today's session will be around 1 hour, right? 1 hour, right? So next month onwards, we can start, right? Clearly, right? So, right now, first of all, I'll explain what is the meaning of accounting subject, right? Accounting subjects, then you can get an idea what is accounting subject in definition. Clear? Right. So, normally, my accounting subject uses in actually businesses, business, right? Right, business. Businesses. So, actually, can you tell me who are the interested parties regarding the businesses? Who are concerned about the business? Normally, then about you, your parents, your friends, school teachers, right? Villagers, right? School teachers, they are worried about your all your results. And like that, who are the parties worry about the business, right? We can say mainly owners, right? Owners. First one, second one, employees. Find the inside the business, employees. Then what? Managers, right? Right. These are the parties who are actually internal parties, right? We call them internal parties. Internal, right? So can you tell me who are the external parties? Who are the external parties? Actually, customers, customers, suppliers, right? Suppliers, then government, whatever the prices, right? Government, then what else? Uh, banks, providing bank loans, banks, then right, then what else? Customers, suppliers, government, bank, and also uh, investors, right? In investors now we call shareholders. Clear? The shareholders, understand? Shareholders, investors, right? Then now in owners actually now you can identify only small businesses, right? Only single one owner. But now investors you can identify shareholders in big companies like Coca-Cola, right? Unilever, like that, big companies you can identify shareholders. Therefore these parties actually external parties, right? External. Clear? External parties, understand? Therefore why they are concerned about the business, so we call them, right? There's a special word, right? We call them stakeholders. Clear? Stakeholders, right? We call them stakeholders, right? Stakeholders means parties who are very concerned about the business. Clear? I don't write, I just look at the board. So why they are concerned? Because they have to take like decisions, right? They have to take decisions regarding the business. Clear? They have to take decisions regarding business, right? Therefore what we have to provide, then ඒගොල්ලන්ට decisions ගන්නවල නිකම් no, they have to take, we have to provide what? Informations. We have to provide information. Understand? We have to provide information. So right, so this is the accounting subject. So if you want to define an accounting subject, you have to start from, right, definition, right? You have to start from what? Process of providing, right? Process, there's a process of providing, understand me? Definition: process of providing information regarding what? Businesses for stakeholders, right? Stakeholders to take what? To take decisions. There are 4 keywords, right? There are 4 keywords. So when you are defining subject, right, you have to start from like this, right? You have to write down the 4 keywords. Understand? 4 keywords. Clear me? Process of providing information regarding business for stakeholders to take what? Decisions. That's the main objective. Clear? Main objective. So, right? So that's the one, right? But lamai Then can you identify, then I'll write down two examples here, right? Two information. Can you tell me which one can be measured in money value? First one, business has 100,000 profit on the first information. Actually, second information, business has located center of the town. Center of the town. So can you tell me which information can be measured in money value? Which one can be measured in money value? First transaction or second transaction? What do you think? Which one can be measured in monetary value? First transaction or second transaction? First one, right? Me first one, there's a value. So we call them what? Financial information. Okay, the financial information. So this is we call non-financial information. Clear? Non-financial information. Therefore, in accounting subject do we provide non-financial? No. We provide only financial informations. We are not going to provide non-financial. Provide only what? Financial information. Therefore, we have to say process of providing what? Not information. It should be what? Financial information. I have write down financial. Clear? Financial, or sometimes we call economic. Clear? The economic information, right? Therefore, decisions get based on the financial information. Therefore, these decisions also what? Financial decision, right? So we call economic decision. Now you have to say financial information. Understand? Financial information. So now can you tell me the definition? Process of providing financial information regarding the business for stakeholders to take what? Financial decisions, economic decisions. Clear? That's the definition. Okay, right. So now next one, actually can only business. Can you tell me accounting subject actually used by only businesses? No. Persons, right? Then Elon Musk, Bill Gates, right? Mark Zuckerberg, right? If you want, you can use accounting subject for your personal transaction. Understand? Therefore, right, we can say not only businesses, any person, person can use person, or government. Government also can use accounting subject, accounting, right? For to maintain government income, expense, and to record other transactions, they can use, right? Not only businesses, right? Person, business, or any activity, right? Any activity. What is the meaning of any activity? Right? Any activity. Any activity means simply, right? If let's think you are going to organize the commerce day in your school, an activity, right? Then you have to collect cashes from your friends and collect teachers, right? Collect, and you have to spend for expenses. And then there's a financial activities, then you have to record transactions. Therefore, then you can use accounting subjects. Therefore, now you can say like this way, process of providing financial information regarding business, because no, because person, any parties, right, any government, right, any business, they can use. Therefore, I'll write down a special word here. Special word lamai. What? What? Accounting unit. Accounting unit. Accounting unit. Clear? The accounting unit. So, accounting unit. Accounting unit, parties who are using accounting subject. Who uses accounting subject. Clear? Stakeholders means parties who are using accounting information or the subject, accounting information. Clear? Now you can create the full definition of accounting subject. What? Look at process of providing financial information. Don't say business, now say what? Commonly regarding an accounting unit for stakeholders to take what? Decisions, financial decision, right? Sometimes lamai, sometimes, but sometimes in papers they will ask objective. Clear? They will ask objective, right? Then you have to start from what? Not process of providing, write down it. You have to start from communication of. Communication of. Clear? Communication of kilda batangan. Understand? Communication of. Therefore, you have to write down the objective like this. Right? Me communication of financial information regarding an accounting unit for stakeholders to take what? Financial decision. Understand? Financial decision. So that's the definition of accounting subject. Clear? Definition of accounting subject. So can you write down the definition from your own words after receive the dues? Still not yet received the dues. After receive the dues, you can draw this one in your tute. Okay, so can you write down the definition? Create from your own words, starting from process of providing. Can you write down and tell me if you can? Can you tell me? Right. Okay. Right. Right. You can take it. You can watch the recording. You can write down after this. So the next week onwards, I'll teach you the lesson from beginning, right from the beginning, not introduction, because next month actually first week, right? So we can start. So now my right. What's the definition? Process of providing financial information regarding an accounting unit for stakeholders to take decisions. Clear? Right. That's the definition. So if you want to join our online classes, Lamai, please send your name, right? Name and your school to this WhatsApp to this number, note 778450 136. Right? This is the WhatsApp number. So you have to send your name, right? Name and school, and mention the A level year. Name and school. School to this number and mention the A level year, right? 2027. 2027 A-levels, right? Then you will be added to separate groups, and right. So normally our class fees will be like 3,000 per month, right? Per month, right? 3,000 per month, and tutes will be delivered like without any charges, right? Free of charge, tutes will be delivered. Understand, right? So, right. So if you want to join our online classes, please send WhatsApp message to this number. So next week onwards, next week Friday, we will start the full session, right? Our full lesson. And then in first batch we are doing accounting equation lesson, accounting equations. So accounting equations almost complete half of the lesson. So I'll immediately complete the introduction part, and you have to we have to start what accounting equation lesson, right? Then I'll complete it, and sometimes you have to watch recordings for homeworks and paper discussions, right? I'm not going to discuss through online, so then you can join. Understand the right? And also now you have to purchase a calculator, especially calculator, right? Calculator. Right, wait a minute. Calculator. So I'll send the approved list, right? I'll send the approved list. Right, there's an approved list by the government. I'll send it to the group. So you have to purchase one of them. Try to purchase an approved one. Right? Try like Casio and Atlas, right? Those things, very small one. Try to purchase, right? Because we have to do calculations through the calculator. Understood. So I'm going to stop the sessions today because this is like just introduction one. Right, next month onward we can start the full sessions. And if you want, if you still haven't sent your addresses, please send right today. Then within next week you can get the tunes. Understood, right? So if you have any questions, please let me know. We will help you. So if you want to join our physical classes, you can join Shakti Bambalapitiya and Kurunagala Sensip, Kiribadgoda Mexicon, and also Candy, right? Candy London Bridge, right? I'll send the timetables of the physical classes. If you want, you can join our physical classes. Actually, it's better to join online class because it's time saving, and actually you can easily manage your studies. Okay, the right. So I'll stop the class today. If you have any class, any questions, please let me know. Right. So next week onwards, we will do the class 2 hours, 7:30 to 9:30. Clear the right. So study well and good luck for your A-level journey.